they didn't just raise a star, they raised a legacy. What if your first basketball coach was your own mother? What if your father wasn't just a role model, but an NBA champion with 5 rings? And what if your older brother already paved the path you're now sprinting down? For Dylan Harper, this isn't a fantasy, it's his life. While most kids learn basketball from local gyms or YouTube videos, Dylan was getting defensive drills from a former Division I player, his mom. He was learning the art of resilience from a father who shared championship courts with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. He was watching his brother make it to the NBA before even finishing high school. Pressure? Maybe. But Dylan, he calls it family. In 2025, Dylan Harper is one of the top picks in the NBA draft. But long before ESPN spotlighted his highlights, his story was being written in driveway shootouts, in early morning practices, and in the sacrifices made by a family united by one passion: basketball. This isn't just a story about a future NBA star, it's a story about how greatness is passed down, how legacy is earned, and how one family turned the game into a way of life. So let's dive deep into the inspiring, emotional, and powerful journey of Dylan Harper, the prodigy born not just to play the game, but to elevate it. Dylan Harper isn't just a rising name, he's a force. As a player for Rutgers University's Scarlet Knights, he captured national attention with his athleticism, vision, and leadership. A projected top 3 pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Dylan represents the future of the game. But his story doesn't begin in college or even high school. It begins in the heart of a basketball family. Born in March 2006, Dylan grew up immersed in the culture of basketball. Whether it was watching his older brother Ron Harper Sr. dominate high school courts, hearing NBA stories at the dinner table from his dad, or running drills with his mom in the driveway, basketball wasn't an activity, it was a lifestyle. Even from a young age, it was clear Dylan had something special. His feel for the game, his instincts, and his mental toughness were beyond his years. Coaches noticed, scouts noticed, and now the world is noticing.
The Harper family isn't just supportive, they're seasoned veterans of the sport. Let's start with his father, Ron Harper Sr., a man who needs no introduction to NBA fans. A guard known for his defensive prowess, Harper Sr. played alongside legends like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. He won 5 NBA championships, including 3 with the Chicago Bulls and 2 with the Los Angeles Lakers. But Ron wasn't just a passenger on legendary teams. He was a contributor. He understood the grind, the mentality, and the daily work it took to play at the highest level. And that's the same intensity he brought home to his sons. Then there's Maria Harper, Dylan's mom, a former Division I college basketball player at the University of New Orleans. Described as super scrappy, Maria wasn't known for flashy offense, but for tenacious defense, high basketball IQ, and team-first mentality. She took that same spirit into her 30-year coaching career, mentoring young players, including Dylan himself, from elementary school through high school. This wasn't just parenting. This was mentorship at an elite level. The Harper kids didn't just grow up watching the game. They lived it, studied it, breathed it. Maria Harper deserves her own chapter, not just because she's Dylan's mom, but because she is one of the most influential figures in his career. After her playing days, Maria turned to coaching, becoming an assistant and later head coach at several high schools in New Jersey. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and deep empathy, Maria brought structure and toughness to every team she led. But her most important coaching assignment? Dylan. From the time he picked up a ball in grade school, Maria was there. She taught him defense, discipline, humility, and confidence. When he stumbled, she corrected him. When he soared, she reminded him to stay grounded. In interviews, Dylan consistently praises his mother as the backbone of his development, saying, "She's everything to me, always a provider no matter what." Maria even put her coaching career on hold for a time to attend every one of her son Ron Jr.'s games, proving again that her commitment to family is just as strong as her love for the game. Ron Harper Sr. played 15 seasons in the NBA. From 1986 to 2001, he battled on the biggest stages, earning respect as a smart, tough, and reliable player. But what's more impressive than his rings is what he brought home to his children: wisdom. Ron Sr. shared stories with Dylan about Michael Jordan's legendary work ethic, about Kobe Bryant's obsession with greatness, and about the mental age required to dominate in the NBA. Dylan credits his father with instilling in him the value of relentless effort. He says his dad's stories shaped his mindset, just how hard you gotta work to really make it. Despite his achievements, Ron Sr. never let his success become a shadow. He let his sons build their own legacies. In fact, Dylan once joked that the NBA player he most wanted to face one-on-one was his dad, because he talks a lot. That playful rivalry reflects a deep bond. For all his accolades, Ron Sr. might say his proudest achievement is seeing his sons carry the family torch into the future. Most elite athletes have unique childhoods, but Dylan's was one of constant immersion in excellence. He watched Ron Jr. blaze a trail to the NBA. He practiced daily under the supervision of a seasoned coach, his mother. He absorbed advice from a father who knew the costs of greatness. And through it all, he was encouraged to be his own player. There were struggles. The Harper family went through a difficult divorce in 2012. Maria admitted those years were painful and complicated, far from the perfect family image people assumed. But in those moments, Dylan found strength. He found resilience. He stayed focused on the game. By the time he reached high school, Dylan had become a national prospect, but he wasn't interested in hype. He was focused on fundamentals. That mindset came from home. Dylan's high school career was decorated with accolades, but his decision to join Rutgers showed his loyalty. It wasn't just about a good program, it was about legacy. Playing where his brother did, playing in the same system, playing under the same expectations, and exceeding them. At Rutgers, Dylan elevated his game. He showcased leadership, scoring ability, defensive tenacity, and unmatched basketball IQ. He became not only the face of the team, but one of the top college players in the country. Now, with the 2025 NBA draft looming, his moment has come. As Dylan prepares to enter the NBA, he knows this isn't just his victory. It's the culmination of decades of hard work, sacrifice, and family dedication. In a press conference, Dylan said, "It's not just for my dad, it's for my mom, my brother, my grandparents, everyone who's been with me through the highs and the lows." His selection will mark more than a career milestone. It will mark the next chapter in a family legacy. From playgrounds to packed arenas, from coaching sessions in New Jersey to arenas in Los Angeles or New York or wherever the draft takes him. Dylan Harper's story reminds us that basketball isn't just a game, it's a bond, a way for families to connect, a channel for resilience, a language spoken through assists, defense, and discipline. In every shot Dylan takes, there's a piece of his father's legacy. In every decision he makes, there's his mother's wisdom. In every game he plays, there's a message. This is more than talent. This is heritage.